Good morning students. Welcome to Computer Application Lab class. On today's class we will be discuss about chapter 3 which is related to your lab safety and lab tools. Already we have the idea about the basic computer operation which is under your chapter 1 and the personal computer system which is under your chapter 2. By covering these two, you got the idea about the basic fundamental of system along with the motherboard contents. Now, what are the safety procedure we have to make, that will be discussed under your chapter 3. So, let's move to chapter 3. So, the chapter 3 is computer lab safety and study of lab tools. What is lab safety measures? Safety guidelines help protect individuals from accidents and injury. They also help to protect equipments from damage. Some of these guidelines are designed to protect the environment. So, first one is your general safety. Safe working conditions help prevent injury to people and damage to computer equipment. So, safe workspace is clean, organized and properly lighted. Everyone must understand and follow the safety procedures. So, what are the safety procedures are there? Be cautious about. This is a partial list of basic safety precaution to use when working on a computer. So, you have to make some precaution. What are the precaution you have to make? Remove your watch and jewelry and secure the loose clothing. Then turn off the power and unplug the equipments before performing the service. Cover sharp edge inside the computer case with tape. Never open a power supply or a CRT monitor. Do not touch areas in printers that are hot or that use high voltage. Know where the fire extinguisher is located and how to use it. Keep food and drinks out of your workspace. Keep your workspace clean and free of clutter. Bend your knees when lifting heavy object to avoid the injury to your backbone. So, this is under your general safety. Now, the next one is your electrical safety. Follow the electrical safety guidelines to prevent electrical fires, injuries and fatalities in the home and the workplace. So, what are the safeties are there? Do not wear the anti-static wrist strap when repairing power supplies or the CRT monitors. Only experienced technicians should attempt to repair power supplies and the CRT monitors. Some printers parts become hot during use and other part might contain high voltage. Check the printer manuals for the location of high voltage components. Some components retain a high voltage even after the printer is turned off. Make sure that the printer has had time to cool before making the repair. Electrical devices have certain power requirements. For example, AC adapters are manufactured for specific laptops. Exchanging power cords with a different type of laptop or device may cause damage to both the AC adapter and the laptop. And third one is your fire safety. Fire can spread rapidly and very costly. So, proper use of the fire extinguisher can prevent a small fire from getting out of control. So, see what are the safety procedures are there. Never fight a fire that is out of control or not contained. Always have a planned fire escape route before beginning any work. Get out of the building quickly. Contact emergency service for the help. That is the helpline. Locate and read the instruction on the fire extinguisher to your workspace before you have to use them. Okay, now see, analysis of various power fluctuation type means whenever your power is become fluctuate, what are the different options are there. Okay, so that is called power failure also. So the following types of AC power fluctuation can cause data loss or hardware failure. So first one is your blackout, complete loss of AC power. A brown fuse, damaged transformer or downed power line can cause a blackout. Then your brownout, reduced voltage level of AC power that lasts for a period of time, and brownout occurs when the power line voltage drop below 80% of the normal voltage level. Overloading electrical circuit can cause a brownout. Then next is your noise, interference from generator and lightning. Noise results in poor quality power, which can cause error in a computer system. Then spike, sudden increase in voltage that lasts for a short period and exceed 100% of the normal voltage on a line. And spike can be caused by lightning strikes but can also occur when the electrical system comes back on after a blackout. Power surge, dramatic increase in voltage above the normal flow of electrical current. A power surge lasts for a few nanoseconds or 1/1000th of a second. Power protection devices. To help shield against power fluctuation problem, use devices to protect the data and computer. So first one is your surge suppressor, helps protect against damage from surges and spikes, and surge suppressor diverts extra electrical voltage that is on the line to the ground. Then your UPS, uninterruptible power supply, it helps to protect against potential electrical power problems by supplying a consistent level of electrical power to a computer or other device. Then SPS, standby power supply, it helps protect against potential electrical power problem by providing a backup battery to supply power when the incoming voltage drop below the normal level. The battery is on standby during the normal operation. When the voltage decreases, the battery provides DC power to a power inverter, which convert it to AC power for the computer. This device is not as reliable as a UPS because of the time it takes to switch over to the battery. If the switching device fails, the battery cannot supply power to the computer. Now next is your procedures for proper disposal or recycle of computer equipment. So equipment for disposals are, you may dispose your batteries also, old batteries can be disposed, then monitor, then the toner kit. The toner kit and cartridge nothing but used on your printer, then chemical solvents and the aerosol cans. Then study of general lab tools means what are the tools you are using for your general safety. So first related to your hardware tools, then we can move for the software tools. A toolkit should contain all the tools necessary to complete hardware repairs. Hardware tools are grouped into 4 categories. Then first one is your ESD tool. There are 2 ESD tools, the anti-static wrist strap and the anti-static mat. The anti-static wrist strap protect computer equipment when grounded to a computer chassis. The anti-static mat protects computer equipment by preventing static electricity from accumulating on the hardware or on the technician. Then second one is your hand tools. That is you have to use some screwdriver, wire cutter, tweezer, part retriever, flashlight, wire stripper, crimper, then punch tool, etc. Okay. Then cleaning tools. Having the appropriate cleaning tools is essential when maintaining and repairing computers. Using the appropriate cleaning tools helps ensure that computer components are not damaged during cleaning. Cleaning tools include this thing, that is your soft cloth, compress air, cable ties, part organizer. Then last one is your diagnostic tool. The diagnostic tools are used to test the diagnostic equipments. The diagnostic tools include the digital multimeter, loopback adapter and toner probe also. Okay. Now comes to software tools. Like hardware tools, there are variety of software tools that can be used to help technician pinpoint and troubleshoot problems. Many of these tools are free and several comes with the Windows operating system. So disk management tools. Disk management is used to manage the drives installed in a computer like hard drives, that is your hard disk, optical disk drive and flash drive. It can be used to partition drives, that is your format the drives, assign the drives later and much more. So what are the disk management tools are there? This is under your software. These are the options are available on your menu also in Windows also. That is your fdisk, a command line tool that create and delete the partition on a hard disk drive. The fdisk tool is not available in Windows XP, Vista or 7. It has been replaced with the disk management tools. Next is your disk management tools. It initialize disks, create partitions and format partitions. Format prepares a hard drive to store information. ScanDisk or CHK DSK. It checks the integrity of files and folders on a hard drive by scanning the file system. These tools might also check the disk surface for physical error. Defrag. It optimizes space on a hard drive to allow faster access to programs and data. Disk cleanup. It clears space on a hard drive by searching for files that can be safely deleted. Then SFC, a command line tool that scans the operating system, critical files and replace files that are corrupted.